Hey guys, my name is Alex and I build brands for startups and VCs. Here I talk about insights, tools, and frameworks for brand building and speak with people who have gone through this process by themselves. I want to show you how a strong brand can enhance your business. Today, we are diving into the concept of the brand enemy. So, brand enemies are a powerful source of motivation and focus. It's in human nature to be united against something. This is very important tool for the brand building process. Actually, purpose and enemy need to be aligned in order for you to have a working brand positioning. So, what is the brand enemy concept about? A brand enemy isn't about competitors. It's about opposing ideas, beliefs, or states that clash with your brand's values and goals. It's what your brand stands against and aims to change to its core principles. Distinctive brands choose distinctive enemies. An enemy for your brand could be a belief, assumption, action, way of working, state of the world, system, anything. It is often related to people's lives or culture overall. For example, Disneyland's enemy can be the real world, or Dove's enemy is a stereotypical beauty, and Nike's enemy is laziness. Your audience need to know what you're fighting for to care about your brand. Conflict is a key in storytelling, and brand building is about telling the story that your investors, your customers, your employees can relate to. So, to succeed, your brand should pick a fight to win and engage others in it. Your brand is a solution to something, and you're solving a problem. So, I encourage you to view this problem as an enemy. Feel a little fire inside you when you describe the problem through the enemy perspective. For example, instead of settling for a statement like, we're a platform for vacation rentals all over the world for every kind of trip. Our product helps to find apartments in any city easily. You can say instead, I do not want my customers to settle for a mass market experience with touristic hotels and no authenticity of the place they visit for a vacation. I want them to feel and experience culture from locals so they can gain their unique memories. Because for no person, the same place will be the same when they choose our apartments as destination. This approach, you can see the difference. And your marketing, sales, and product teams can help you with um, with describing your enemy to your customers and to show how it's different among the competitors. So, why is it important? Having a clear enemy or opposing force that your startup defines itself against can be a powerful tool for establishing your brand identity and value proposition. There are several key reasons for it. First of all, standing out. By clearly identifying what you stand against, it helps differentiate your startup from the competition and alternatives. It clarifies how you're different and better. For example, of course, Uber positioned itself against the taxi industry. Second reason is bringing people together. As I already said, having a common enemy creates this us and them mentality that can rally a team, investors, early adopters around a shared cause. It gives people something to believe in beyond just your product. For example, of course, Apple positioned itself against complicated PCs and created a product with this belief. Third reason, highlighting pain points. So, painting the current way as the enemy puts a spotlight on the pain points the startup's trying to disrupt. It gets people feeling the problem. So, it's like Netflix called out blockbusters, limited selection, annoying late fees, and so on. And fourth, it's about attention. Taking a stand against an enemy is often provocative, and it's a great angle for PR and social media that can help startups to be noticed. So the enemy you choose could be institution like banks, practice in the industry or technology or worldview. But it is important that if you and all your competitors agree that something is unacceptable, that's not an enemy. That's a standard or industry opinion, anything. But you need to be careful with that. So, top brands, just like movie heroes, have a bad guy to fight. And making a brand enemy helps your brand show what makes you special, tell others you're different from the rest, and connect with people who believe what you believe. So, how to find your enemy? There are several methods that I will share with you. So, first of all, start with your brand purpose. Get to the root of where you started your business in the first place and what do you believe in. Ask yourself, like, why you would go on the demonstration, for what cause, for what you would fight. In such way, you can shape your brand's audience around your values. Second, pick a problem your audience is experiencing and run with it. Use your value proposition and fuel your enemy with that. By clearly showing how the enemy fails to solve customer problems and how the startups does it better, you can create a strong brand story that brings the audience together around a common goal. You also can use it in your elevator pitch for investors. Questions that can be helpful to you with this method is like, who are your customers and what do they value? Does the business solve a problem that aligns with these values? And what ideas, behaviors, or systems conflict with your brand's purpose? And how you can frame this conflict to resonate with your audience. Third method, position your brand against competitors' values. Not a competitor, but competitors' values. If your brand has contrasting values to your competitors, you can use this to send a message to the audience that you're different from them and create your audience around your brand. Fourth method is archetypes. It is a helpful tool to find an enemy, as in the framework, each archetype has a core emotional motivation and opposite to it, an enemy that this archetype wants to defeat. For example, the enemy of the caregiver archetype is generally seen as neglect or indifference, and a brand as a caregiver helps the consumers to feel cared of, like Duff. So now you know how to create an enemy for your brand that will help you to position against the competition, stand out in the market, resonate with your audience. If you're interested how to incorporate your enemy into the brand strategy, sign up to my newsletter and also get a copy of Brand Boost Workbook in Notion, which will guide you through all the brand building process. Thanks, and see you soon.